received. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining this beautiful daily morning ritual where we activate, energize, and cleanse our bodies and minds, setting our most powerful intention, creating the most beautiful day. Thought I'd start this morning just reminding people about oil pulling. Oil pulling is an ancient Ayurvedic dental technique. It's called slightly different things, Kabbalah, Gandusha, um, but it's been used for thousands of years, and it's a very powerful way of cleansing the mouth of the bacteria that accumulates at night. So what I do every morning is take a little bit of this, about a teaspoonful in the mouth, and swish it around for about 20 minutes, and then spit it out into the garbage. You don't want to spit it into the sink because it might clog it if it congeals. But I do that before I drink any water. And the benefit of that is it swishes out and like grabs all the bacteria that's been sitting in the mouth. And we accumulate a lot. And that's, overnight, all the food that we've had, bacteria can grow on that. And that's what causes gingivitis. That's what causes cavities. So oil pulling is a great way to clean the mouth. And my friend Jim, who started doing it about 3 years ago, said he went to the dentist twice in the last 6 months, and both times after maybe starting to clean his teeth for about 10-15 minutes, the dentist said, I don't really need to clean anything. So give it a shot, spend some time just investing in that. Again, the benefits are cavity prevention and gingivitis prevention. Another big one is better breath. Like, who doesn't want better breath? Like, do we need to breathe, like all over people? You want to be able to get close to people and not have an intense breath. So oil pulling is great for that. And less jaw pain, less whiter teeth even, although that hasn't been proven scientifically. These other things actually have been. But I do feel my teeth are whiter, and we end up with less sleep problems, less sinus issues, because again, that bacteria that's in the mouth can affect the sinuses, less hangovers, headaches. It's drawing out these toxins from the mouth, and less skin issues. Like, all these are great things. So pick an oil: coconut oil, sesame oil, sunflower oil. I found some sunflower oil on sale at the local grocery store, so it was maybe $5 for a liter. And I just fill up this little bottle over and over again, so I have it convenient in the sink in the bathroom, and super beneficial. So if you get a chance, I definitely recommend checking that out. I don't feel you will be disappointed. I feel that you'll really find a benefit in it. And then I drink a lot of water after oil pulling. By a lot, this is about 5 glasses put into one giant jar because it makes it simpler for me instead of having to refill the glass all the time. And I know exactly how much I want to drink. I drink that substantial amount of water twice a day. Otherwise, I don't really drink water. Drinking water during a meal can actually dilute the digestive juices. And we already expend a lot of our energy on digestion. Probably 50% of the energy that we get from our food we're expending on digestion. So why not eat less food, have better digestion, and make sure that we're hydrated. A lot of times it turns out that we're not hungry, we're actually thirsty. And I don't believe that we evolved necessarily to carrying around water bottles on our hips. Like, that was a more recent development. Like, we used to probably go down to the stream or the river or the lake or wherever we drank our water in primitive times, and we would drink once or twice a day. We didn't run down to the stream every time we wanted a sip of water. So I feel like we're evolved that way a little bit more as far as our biology goes. And so give that a shot. Give the early morning drinking a substantial amount of water, 5 glasses. Don't drink it for like, hey, I'm going to sip it and taste it. Just drink it. And it flushes out the intestines, it rehydrates the body. The whole body feels so much better with all that water. I mean, we are 72% water or something like that. So we are the 5 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, and void. So this is our opportunity to hydrate our water. Another important practice that I do, for me especially, and if you're an A blood type, you may find it useful too, but I feel everybody could find this useful, but flushing out the sinuses. Flushing out the sinuses. Looks like a teapot. Maybe it is a teapot, but I use it for um, as a neti pot. And you fill it with warm water and a quarter teaspoon of salt. I just keep a little bit of salt there in the bathroom. Fill it up with water and then pour it into the nostril, and just keep pouring for a while, and water runs out the other side. I mean, this is usually best done before a shower, and then blow it out and do the same on the other side. Cleans out the sinuses. I mean, we're expelling a lot of our toxins through our mucous membrane. So through that mucus, which gets dried, the water, the warm water, and the salt, which puts it at the right pH of the body, that warm, salty water, slightly salty water, loosens up that dried up goop, and it comes out. You blow it out into the sink, swish it around, clean the sink up obviously afterwards, and my gosh, you can breathe. I can breathe better. It's beautiful. The other last thing I'm going to mention, which you saw, I always do, this is a dry brush, and this stimulates the lymphatic system, and it rubs off dead skin. We're actually detoxifying through our skin. So all the environmental stuff that we're taking in, either through our breath, through just exposure to the elements of society, the pollution and all of that, that helps brush it off. We're detoxifying through the skin, we're detoxifying through the breath, we're detoxifying through the sinuses. We want to get that stuff out that the body knows it doesn't need and the body is trying to get rid of. Help it out. And as I said, it stimulates the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is the body's garbage collection system. It's important to get outside. It's important to move on a daily basis. In the United States, we only move about 2,000 steps a day. And in Europe and other countries where there's public transportation more often, and people are less prone to jump in their cars, and there are fewer cars, obviously smaller countries, so people don't have to go as far. But the more opportunities that you can create to walk, either climbing the stairs at your office instead of taking the elevator, or taking a nice walk during lunch, really enjoy the outdoors. That up and down motion of walking moves the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system doesn't have a pump. It's even bigger than the cardiovascular system. The cardiovascular system has the heart as the pump, but there is no pump in the lymphatic system except for moving up and down. So as you can imagine, as you move up and down, like this stuff moves up through the lymph nodes and out. It moves it out through the sinuses, moves it out through the skin, moves it out through the breath, moves it out through digestion and elimination. And so help your body out. Choose to move around. That's our natural way of being. Our natural way of being is not, sitting around in an office, although I know that's required a lot of that time. Use the opportunity to get up and get out and move and enjoy the day in the sunshine. So beautiful. Well, let's begin our day with a beautiful reading from the I Ching. The I Ching is an ancient divination practice. It is Taoist spiritual teachings, so great teachings. And the beautiful thing about the I Ching is there are 64 different hexagrams. And if you come to the realization, as I have, that there really are no accidents, that anything that happens is a perfect experience, then we can go to the I Ching and we can consult the I Ching and ask a question and get an answer, or just get a message from the universe. So I know that sounds a little exotic to those rational people out there, but the idea, and I'm a rational person at some level, but at another level, I also know that there's a higher order kind of experience that's going on in this world that isn't per se what we've been taught to expect. So I'm not saying that rationality doesn't work, that science doesn't work. It does, but there's also something happening in the dimensions that we can't actually see or experience with immediately with our normal senses. So anyway, so we go to the I Ching and we consult. And here we have these 3 coins. I'll tap them for you and for me and for everybody to see what our message is for the day. And the message is wind over wind, known as the Sun hexagram number 57, the gentle, the penetrating wind. And this is the message. Consistent correctness turns every situation to your advantage. The image of this hexagram is that of a gentle wind dispersing storm clouds, a wind that changes direction often. Even a very powerful one will disperse nothing. It only stirs up the sky. The wind that causes real change is the one that blows consistently in the same direction. There's an important lesson for us in this example. When faced with a difficult problem to resolve or a goal we wish to achieve, we often are tempted to take striking and energetic actions. Though it is possible to achieve temporary results in this fashion, they tend to collapse when we cannot sustain the vigorous effort. More enduring accomplishments are won through gentle but ceaseless penetration, like that of a soft wind blowing steadily in the same direction. The truth of the sage penetrates to us in this way, and this hexagram comes now to remind you that this is how you should seek to penetrate others. The advice given to you by the I Ching is threefold. First, establish a clear goal. The wind that continually changes direction has no real effect. Second, apply the principle of gentle penetration to yourself. By eliminating your own inferior qualities, you earn an influence over others. Third, avoid aggressive or ambitious maneuvers now. These are rooted in desire and fear and will only serve to block the aid of the creative. The desirable influence is the one that flows naturally from maintaining a proper attitude. In your interactions with others, bend like the willow. By remaining adaptable, balanced, accepting, and independent, and by steadily moving in a single direction, you gain the clarity and strength that make possible a series of great successes. And then we get 3 special messages. The first says, a hidden enemy threatens. Search your subconscious for negative influences. The aid of a counselor can be beneficial in this. And then, the beginning has not been good, but progress is still possible. Carefully disengage from bad habits and remain steadfast in following proper principles. Things change for the better. And the last extra message we get is, sometimes the inferior enemy cannot be identified. Do not struggle, but quietly return to improving yourself. In this way, a good result can still be obtained. And then let's follow it with the Wei Wu Wei Ching, which is a poetic way of saying something similar. All the teachings of the masters are only tricks, ways of turning you toward the clear realization that accompanies you everywhere and always has. Once you've picked up on this, you can put down the tricks and go on. I really find this beautiful, and what I love about it so much is that it states it very simply, that when we come back into the present and live from the heart and live in the present moment awareness without the distracting stories that we tell about the future or the projections of whatever new story we have about the past, the only moment that we truly have choice, the only moment that we truly have is this one. Everything else is a story of the mind. And so as the day goes about, keep coming back into the present and knowing that in your heart, who you really are is this awareness that is between the thoughts. And with that, let's begin our meditation, our intention setting. Our intention setting is our intention for the next 90 days, our next year, our next 5 years. What we're doing here by setting our intention is we're surfing to the reality that we want to live in. We actually live in a universe that has more dimensions than 3 in a linear experience of time. We actually live in a universe that has other dimensions that allow us to surf reality. And I know this sounds strange and unusual as a concept, but bear with me and follow along if you can. And know that these dimensions are controlled or kind of accessed through our intention. And we're collectively surfing together to the universe and to the reality that we all want to, that we intend to be in. And when we allow our negative draining thoughts to come up and control kind of the situation, we go to that reality. And when we choose our thoughts and we choose our intentions and just allow the universe to unfold, we end up in that universe. So what we're doing is by setting our intentions, we're putting out these thoughts into the thought verse. Other people are actually picking up our thoughts. They don't recognize them necessarily as their thoughts, but they're picking them up. So by setting our intention, by going now into the meditative space, by going now into the deepest compassion for ourselves and for others, we're putting emotion, energy into our thoughts, feeling from our hearts and letting our hearts and highest intentions dictate our thoughts. We're repeating those thoughts in our mind. We're going into the deep visualization of those intentions as if they're happening right now. We're feeling that in our heart. We're rehearsing it as it is happening right now. And then we're letting go and experiencing the joy of this moment and knowing that the universe is delivering us magic at all times. This is our practice. This is our intention setting. This is our meditation for the day. This is what we intend, and we create it through the power of our thoughts. And so with that, let's begin our meditation. Our meditation is a 4-minute meditation. And so begin by sitting upright, relaxing, come into the calmness of your mind, the present moment. Pick a sensation in your body, the strongest sensation in your body. Let that anchor you in the present, anchor you in this moment. And start to repeat your intention in your mind. Focus your attention on your heart now. Focus it on your third eye. Pick upper chakra, if you will. Why don't we all pick our third eye? Let's just do that for today. Pick that space between your eyes. Focus your attention there. This is our primordial eyeball, the eyeball that connects us to the universe. And repeat your intention over and over in beautiful detail. Feel compassion in your heart for yourself and for all beings. If your mind wanders, bring it back to this moment, to your intention. And again, repeat your intention. Beautiful. Can you feel it? Can you feel the power of your present moment awareness? I'm sure you can. In every moment, that's who we really are, the one between the thoughts. Beautiful. As we repeat our intention in every moment that we come to think of it. Just come back into the present moment throughout the day, and coming back to the present moment, spend a few seconds, even if you're sitting at your desk or going about your day in a safe place. Just repeat your intention in your mind, know that it is happening perfectly and that the universe is delivering, and that sends those thoughts out. Beautiful. So now we also go into a deep, deep mind-body cleansing through our breathing technique. This is 4 cycles of 40 breaths. It's an ancient breathing technique that's been recently kind of refined and distilled down to a simple set of techniques. These 4 cycles of 40 breaths, Wim Hof, if you look him up, Wimhof, look him up on YouTube, you'll find many, many videos of him being interviewed and also explaining this technique, and this is what we do together every morning. This technique, what it's doing is it's going to the deepest part of our brain, our primordial brain, what's been called the the reptile part of our brain. Maybe it's reptilian too. And what it does is this part of the brain is creates the fight, flight, or freeze part of our brain. And by doing this breathing technique, we're kind of stressing it out a little bit and then relaxing, and it lets go of that tension. We move out of fight, flight, or freeze. We come back into our present moment. We have choice, and we're also creating new neurons to this part of the brain. And they're showing that people have improved immunity. You can have conscious control over your body temperature, for example. Combine it with cold showers and also uncomfortable heat like a sauna, and you'll find that your body develops extreme immunity. And by doing this, you become, as I have, less prone to colds, flus, and the like. So combine it with cold showers, 2-minute cold showers every day. You can start off with a warm shower and then move to cold. If you're gung-ho, you can go straight into a cold shower if you like. But let's begin our breathing. And this breathing, if you have the app, it has a retention timer. And what we do is 40 breaths, and on the last breath we exhale all the way down to 0. And then on the exhale all the way down to 0, we keep it there, hold it, and that is the part that becomes uncomfortable after a period of time. If your intention is to hold it for 2 minutes, hold it as long as you can. If you can hold it for 30 seconds, great. A minute, great. 2 minutes, great. Or even more, great. Do whatever you can. And it's in that retention that it's kind of getting the amygdala to let go. So let's begin. We start with a deep inhale. Just follow along and you'll get the hang of it. And a deep exhale all the way down to 0. And a deep inhale. And if you want, you can do the purring exhale. Put energy into it. Use your lower abdomen, middle chest, upper chest. Deepest breaths ever. That's it. Put more energy into it. We're activating our deepest body and mind. Feel your intention happening right now. Feel your body start to tingle. Last 10 breaths of our first round. Get ready with your retention timer. Repeat your intention in your mind. Last 3 breaths. 2 breaths. Last breath. Exhale completely down to 0. Start your retention timer. Repeat your intention in your mind and hold at the bottom. Deep inhale, hold at the top. Release all the toxins on your breath. Release all the draining thoughts that you don't need anymore. Feel the energy activating your throat, your heart. Every energy center in your body, your third eye, energy crowning out of the top of your head. Beautiful. Come back into this present moment. Know that your intention is happening. Feel deepest compassion for yourself, your family, your friends, and all beings. Let's begin with our second round together. We start with a deep inhale and a complete exhale all the way down to 0, expelling all the stale air that's been in the lungs. Deep inhale. Last 10 breaths for the second round. Feel your intention happening right now. Feel the energy all over your body, percolating, energizing, activating. Last 5 breaths for our second round. breath. Ready with your retention timer. Deepest inhale. Deepest exhale, all the way down to 0. Repeat your intention over and over in your mind. Start your timer. Deepest inhale. Hold at the top. Beautiful. Release all the toxins from your breath, all draining thoughts that you don't need anymore. Come back into this moment. Send love and joy and bliss to all beings, knowing that your intention is happening right now. Beautiful. Well, let's dive into our third round. Our third round is like the previous 2 rounds. We start with a deep inhale and a complete exhale all the way down to 0, releasing all the stale air in the lungs. Deepest inhale, purring exhale. Put energy into it. Exhale all the way to the bottom each time. Last 10 breaths of our third round. Last 5 breaths. Deepest breaths ever. Repeat your intention, your mind, extreme detail. Feel it happening in this moment. Such compassion for yourself and for others. Last 3 breaths. Feel the energy moving through your body, up through your crown, around through the perineum. Last 2 breaths. Deepest inhale, deepest exhale. Repeat your intention. Exhale all the way to 0. Start your retention timer. Deepest inhale. Hold. Release all the toxins on your breath. Let go of all the draining thoughts that you don't need anymore. Come back into this present moment, knowing that who you are is the one between the thoughts. Knowing that who you really are is coming from the heart, choosing your thoughts intentionally, not letting the draining thoughts spin into the future, telling stories about what you want or desire, only telling this story, this greatest story of your highest self, your greatest intention, being in this moment, letting go of all the stories about the past. Beautiful. That's our 3rd round. And let's begin our 4th round. Our 4th round is slightly different. In this 4th round, what we do after we exhale completely and hold, we do as many push-ups as we can at the same time. We do slow 5-second push-ups. If you can do those push-ups on your toes, great. If you can do them on your knees, great. If you need to stand and do these push-ups against the wall, that's great. If you can't stand, just do them with your arms. And if you can't use your arms, then just smile. Smile with your heart, smile with your mind. Know that who you really are is the one that is choosing your thoughts, choosing who to be in every moment, knowing that every moment is perfect, every moment is such a beautiful gift. Thank you so much for joining each morning. As we jump into our 4th round, if you'd like to hit like on the video, please do. If you'd like to leave a comment, I'd love to hear your thoughts, suggestions, comments, I'd love to hear your intentions so we can support each other on our intentions. My intention is to create 444 schools of life around the world, to teach this in person, teach these and other techniques that uplift and bring about a beautiful change on the planet as we surf reality back to the golden age. We are ending the Aquarian age, ending the Piscean age, entering the Aquarian age. We're exiting the Kali Yuga, the Iron Age, and we're going back to the Golden Age, and we are part of that with our highest intentions coming from our highest selves. So please share your intentions, follow, come back every morning, activate your highest self in your body, put your highest self in the driver's seat, put your mind and your habits into the passenger seat. They are tools for our timeless awareness. Beautiful. Let's begin our fourth and final round. And this round, again, we do push-ups during the breath hold, and I'll lead you through that. So begin with the deep inhale and a deep exhale all the way down to zero, expelling all the stale air in the lungs. Feel your intention happening right now. See it in extreme detail. Feel it all over your body. Release all the tension in your mind. Come back into this moment. Create the neurons from the amygdala with your highest intention. Activate 100% of your brain. Control over your deepest immune system with your powerful intention. Feel the energy move up through your body, out the crown of your head, back through your perineum, cycling up and around with every breath. Oxygen, prana and chi, orgone energy, 0 point energy. Last 10 breaths. Start moving into your push-up position. Last 5 breaths. Get ready with your retention timer. Repeat your intention in your mind. Feel it in your body. Last 3 breaths. Deepest exhales ever. 2 breaths. Last breath. Get ready to exhale completely to 0. Start your retention timer. Repeat your intention. 5-second repetitions. Deepest inhale. Hold. Release all the toxins in your breath. Let go of all draining negative thoughts that you don't need anymore. Move into a forward bend. Reach your calves. Move a little bit further forward. Move down to your ankles if you can. Whatever is possible. Do the best that you can and know that's perfect. I love being with you here every morning. Thank you so much for taking care of yourself, activating, energizing, releasing your amygdala, letting it come out of fight, flight, or freeze, allows you to remain present in this moment, in every moment throughout the day. We're releasing it, we're connecting the amygdala back to the rest of the brain, which is enabling us to use 100% of our brain. As we're doing it, we're creating our most powerful intention, creating those neurons, our highest self with those neurons. We're connecting our hearts to our minds with our deepest compassion for ourselves and for others, knowing that everyone is doing the best that they can, giving the highly agitated mind that we've come to believe is who we are, when in fact who we really are is not our mind, it's not the thoughts that spin out of control, tell stories about the future or the past. Our mind is really a tool. It's both a transmitter and a receiver of thoughts and intentions. It's actually a magical instrument. If we choose our thoughts and our intentions, it takes us to that reality. We truly are magical beings. We truly have this ability, and as all the ancients and sages have taught with different techniques of yoga science, of different methods, we can get back to that space ourselves through the present. The doorway is in the present. And so choose to be in the present. Choose not to believe the stories of the mind. Choose your intention. Choose your thoughts. And you go there. Your mind goes there. And those mind thoughts get transmitted to others. Other people pick them up. They know kind of at a level this beautiful intention that you're creating in your mind. And actually reality shifts and we surf to that reality. This is who we really are. If you can reach your toes, reach down to your toes. Continue to pull forward. Stretch your back. Maybe rock side to side. Feel that beautiful stretch in the back of the legs. So good to be here with you. Thank you so much. I have so much gratitude for you and your powerful intentions, your loving intentions. Reach to the bottom of your feet if you can. Stretch even further forward. Feels so good, right? You have the Wim Hof app. You can save your progress, chart your progress every day. We did our push-ups. We did our 4-minute meditation. We did our forward bend. You can continue with a reverse balance if you like, and you can do a headstand with me if you'd like. And please try the cold shower. The cold shower is very powerful. You can start with a warm shower and then turn it to cold for 30 seconds if you want to let it shoot down and hit your thyroid right here on the front of your throat. You can help kind of stimulate that lymphatic response. and does a lot of beautiful things. It creates a lymphatic response. The cold shower also stimulates testosterone, which is a lot of our energy and vitality for both men and women. And it's a refreshing, like, cup of coffee without the caffeine, cold showers, and you'll feel rejuvenated. And so enjoy that. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much. We'll see you again tomorrow morning for our daily morning ritual, and have a beautiful day. If you'd like to do a headstand with me, here we go.